All right, exciting day for everybody joining us. I've been looking forward to this just since I got started a couple weeks ago. I want to just introduce myself. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Stephen Munson. I'm sitting here in the my backyard of my dad's place, and so you can see it's just like, I mean, this is where you work. This is the idea of working from home. And the main purpose of this business venture that I've decided to go into is for everybody to have the equal chance. If you're brand new to the internet, it can be very confusing with how much information is out there, and the ability for you to earn income, especially to start earning income right away. And as I talk about, as Roger and I talk with you about everything today, I just want to be clear that there's no financial claims or any types of guarantees. I got started in DS Domination less than 2 weeks ago, and I've been able to generate around $5,000 in income. Now, that doesn't mean that you're able to do that, but it does let you know that there's a possibility there. And the videos that have been created are so simple and powerful that I'm confident that anybody can do this. I'm really big on duplication, on team building, so I've been searching high and low for over a year for this type of opportunity. And my good friend Andy was just able to bring it to me and just expose it to me not too long ago. And as I looked at it, I saw exactly what I wanted. Let me tell you just a quick little story. About 4 years ago, 4 years ago, I was doing webinars. And all we would do is invite people to a webinar who were looking for a job. They were on Monster, Career Builder, Craigslist. The company was extremely successful because they showed a simple system, step by step, that somebody could start generating income. Now, the problem with that product is it was really hard for that individual who got started to be able to actually go earn income. So this was a little bit different. I knew that everyone had heard of eBay, everybody had heard of Amazon, and it's just you to get the right training and have the right leadership to be able to plug in that right immediately. So if you're starting brand new today and it's your first day on the internet, we want to help you get results right away so you can build momentum. So we have here Roger, who's the founder of DS Domination. I've been able to do a lot of research on Roger before I got involved in it, and he does have a stellar reputation. I like to look into things in depth because, a lot of you understand I'm bringing my team here to this, and we want to make sure it's a good place for all of us to be able to focus and put our time into. Roger, I appreciate you. I know it's Halloween. I don't know if you have the trick-or-treat going on. I know the kids are there, and I just appreciate you coming out and the vision that you have. It'd be nice if you share a little bit about yourself and where you're going as a company, and we appreciate you.
Yeah, I sure appreciate that, and it's been a really great ride. I was nothing, no salesman, no special background, anything like that, and I got into network marketing about 3 or 4 years ago, and I just saw the horrors of the industry, and I was a very, very prominent rep in ViSalus. And you'll notice I named the company. I'm not shy about doing stuff like that. I'm just wide open. And when you guys get to your questions, you guys can ask absolutely anything, and I'll answer the question. There's nothing hidden in the hopper here whatsoever. So I was in ViSalus, and I saw a lot of carnage, a lot of yucky stuff, and a lot of people didn't make money. And I would hear leaders say, I always want my team to do well, and I had that same sentiment. But we took comfort in the fact that 10 people made money, and 5 people made a little bit of money, and 20 people made $10 or something like that. And I was like, ooh, look at that. Some people are making some money. But I didn't think there was anything else. And if you started evaluating the industry from online product to physical product and start looking at that, you see that it all boils down to the customer. It boils down to the person that comes in as a customer at first. And if you look at a physical product company like ViSalus or anything out there, juice, whatever you want to think of, and you start evaluating that, you realize there's no chance for a customer to ever stay on a product because they don't value that. They're going to lose some weight, they're going to put it back on, they don't care. And then you start getting the online methodology and kind of invisible things or virtual products and stuff like that. And it's very difficult to encapsulate something that everybody can make money at because it's no name. You know, it's maximum leverage. What does that mean? I don't know. I don't know what that means. But here, because I had done you know, a lot of sales from my living room, and my wife and I were just joking about this. I've come full circle. For 10 years, I did over $1 million in sales every year on eBay with nothing in my garage, nothing at all. And I went down that path, and I was projecting we were just going to retire and be rich. And that never happened. But we made a lot of money, and we made a six-figure income, and that was great. But we didn't make millions. And from there, I went down this whole long path of network marketing, came full circle, and made the product actually the eBay training that I created myself to make my family a lot of money. So what we're seeing is a bunch of things, and those of you out there that are builders, this will make sense to you. We're seeing that eBay is a household name. It's not Visalis or Cialis or Leverage or anything like that. It's none of that stuff. It's a household name, so everybody knows it, and they're sort of comfortable with it. So they're good. They know Amazon. They're comfortable with that. And we have little short 5-6 minute videos that enables everybody to start making some money. So if you think about it, if our product is making money and we have a 90% retention rate and 83% of the people in the profit the first 30 days, who's going to quit? We've all been in companies. You guys know your retention rate, whatever company you're in, whatever you've been in, it was 25 to 35%. This is 90% because the product is easily making money. Now, what was the only easily making money product that was out there in the past? It was Zeek Rewards. It was illegal, okay? And if you notice in Zeek Rewards, if you're familiar with that company, the people that could never recruit, had no warm market, my warm market's burnt out, all of a sudden they could close $10,000 broke brother-in-laws in their sleep, right? Because they started making money. They were empowered. They were excited about that. So once somebody starts making money, even if it's $3, I had a guy in the help desk last week that wrote me and said, I need to know where the Facebook group is. I just made $3.50. I know this sounds stupid, but I want to celebrate it. So all these customers are making this money, a lot more than $3.50, and they're all sticking. And they're naturally sharing with their uncles and their aunts and their brothers and their sisters, just like Zeek Rewards did. And we consider this the next easiest thing to do to Zeek Rewards, but it's legal, which is the great part. So with that, I'll bounce off any questions you have at all.
Yeah, really good. I believe that the big problem a lot of people have had is that they want to get started on the internet just to free up more time, spend more time with the family, and then they see other people that are doing it. So we see someone else is making money, and then we're like, okay, if they're doing it, you know, I know that I can do it. And then you, unfortunately, you might be following somebody who's novice online. They know about traffic. They know how to send out email broadcasts. They're very well versed in SEO or whatever it may be, and that takes time to learn. That doesn't mean that everybody can't learn it. So my vision, and when I decided that this was right for us as a team, those are who you're here on the line, was so you could start right now today and be able to, even if it was make $5 or $9 or $27 your first day, week, even if it took a month, because within the first 30 days, if you get started on the internet or anybody in your team and they don't make money, one thing happens. They go looking for another opportunity, and they might do the same thing in that, or they just quit. So this is, you know, I want you to develop the mindset of a leader, thinking that if I'm going to get people involved in something, how is it going to work? Well, first of all, as he says, you need a product that's easily understandable, that anybody can sell. And obviously utilizing the power of eBay and Amazon, it makes sense to anybody. Every person. Let me give you an example. I was been speaking to somebody for over 5 years about what I do online. This is the first time they ever even understood it. And it wasn't because I just said eBay. Oh, okay, cool, everything is good. It's not just building up dreams, and it's eBay. And that was the end of the conversation. And I believe that there's a lot of value in that. Roger, talk to us a little bit about the products. You know, I decided right away to go all in, and then I encourage those of you who are on this to do the same thing, to buy all the products for two reasons. First of all, or three really, I wanted to be committed. I didn't just want to dabble in anything. If I came in and I was going to be part of this, I want to be completely committed mentally. So if I was committed mentally, I was going to follow through and get the best results possible. That's one. Number two is I wanted to be able to maximize my ability to earn income. Okay, and so that goes twofold. The monopoly, as I'm learning it. I'm not an expert by far. I'm learning it. That I believe that you could buy that one product and disconnect from everyone in the world and zone in and just study it, and you could earn income online for the rest of your life. And so, what was your vision behind the different products and different levels? And I want to say congratulations on making it so simple and basic. It's not like an hour long that people are confused about.
Well, I sure appreciate that. And, for the first 4 or 5 years, I was at the restaurant that I was running. I was working 86 hours a week at the restaurant, and I had the bright idea to try and drop ship. And I conceived it. And my counter girl, Stephanie, she said, why don't you try Amazon? And Amazon was just books, mostly books back then. But I found some stuff, and I started drop shipping it. And I did that for 4 or 5 years, just Amazon exclusive. And you have this glass ceiling on you. We all have it. We can all do a little bit more. We can make a little bit more money. So when I got home and I was in a corner and I was totally desperate, and I hate saying this stuff because you hear these stories all the time. I was in a trash can. I was homeless. It wasn't anything like that. But I had a couple $1,000s in my bank account. I was not desperate, but I was a little bit nervous, scared. And I got up to 400 listings. And at 400 listings, I covered the bills. I could pay the bills, I could eat, and I was happy. I wasn't getting anywhere. I was just paying the bills. And then I started realizing I had this glass ceiling, and I went to 600, 700, 800 listings, and this was just with Amazon. And this is the first product that's $19.95 a month. And I started making money with that. And from there, I actually went out, and I saw people were hurting. And I was just sharing from the heart, and about this time, the economy had crashed, and this couple in California actually killed themselves and their kids because they lost their job. So I tried to share this with many people. This is the only thing I could give people. And as I went around talking to my wife's friends and some of my friends, none of them would do it. They're like, yeah, it looks pretty good, but I don't know, whatever. So they wouldn't do it. They'd rather go broke. It was very weird, a very weird phenomenon. So then I started selling it for $2,500 on eBay. How to do eBay. I sold it on eBay. And people were buying it. It was crazy. And then when we launched the product, I said, I want to make sure that absolutely everybody starts making money, because if we do that, we're gold. We're gold. They're gold. Everybody's gold. It's great. So I took the most powerful product, the eBay and Amazon, and with 20-something million items to choose from. And you got to be blind not to make money with it. It's so simple. So I put that at $20. And then just the rest of my evolution, as I branched out from Amazon, I started looking at other sites. When I first got to the other sites, I was like, no, this isn't as good as Amazon. I walked away. And I walked away, and I walked away, and I walked away. But then when I understood them and the advantages of using them, they were way more powerful, less competition. And I put 6, 7, 8 of those in there and a lot of strategies, and that makes you so flexible, and that was $99 a month. We call that elite. From there, I had so many people that I had trained to make money that he had eclipsed me. They had gone way beyond me, these young bucks. I'm 42 years old, right? So they had gone way beyond me with their ideas and their concepts and everything else. And as I was developing this, I was talking to them. They're blowing my mind with this. Have you ever thought of doing this? We do this, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I was like the old guy all of a sudden that throws like a girl or doesn't know how to work the remote or something like that. I was like, all right, fellas. So I caught up to them, and I took a lot of their strategies. I took some of the best sites that I was just going to save for myself, and I rolled them into Unleashed. And Unleashed is a one-time buy it now, $249. And then Kevin Hokawana, my business partner, and Hitesh, my business partner, said, listen, we know you've made a deep 6-figure income selling on Amazon. I'm like, yeah, we want you to put that in there. And I'm like, nope. They're like, what are you talking about? I was like, I don't know where this thing's going to go. And, I would just like to keep that to myself. You guys got your lead generation thing, and you guys got all that stuff. If something goes awry, I got to go do something. And they're like, no, put it in there. So I put Monopoly in, which is I still get frustrated because there's there's so much money to be made there. And it's just like the name says, you're monopolizing Amazon, because it's very difficult to sell on Amazon, not when you're trained. But you can't just jump over there and sell. There's such little competition, and there's such huge traffic. So there's such huge markups to be made. I had a girl that was in Visalis with me. Her name's Jenny. And we went into a coffee company prior to the launch of DS Domination. And at that time in her life, she did good in Visalis. And in the coffee company, she's kind of in a state of flux. She had gone back to work. She didn't have much time to put towards it. So she's kind of frustrated with everything. She's like, I'm done. I'm gonna work the rest of my life. She gave up. She gave up on her dream. And she came in. She sheepishly came into DS Domination, and she went through the levels, and she bought the Monopoly. And like the first night, and the results not typical. The first night she made $800 in one sale, and just blew her away. And that's what's available there in the Monopoly train. Those are different levels.
Yeah, so I know that's why I was saying. I mean, you could sell the Monopoly for $5,000. You probably sell it for $50,000 if somebody was like, hey, you know, I'm going to come in and I want you to teach me this. I'll pay you $50,000 because they could see the back end value of it. You could have an online empire by that one product, which is awesome. And I mean, thanks for making it affordable, and thank you for making it simple, because I believe that simple is really what a lot of people need. I know, you know, with my vision is vast, but within a vast vision, you need simple, you know, simple steps for people to take. Is there age requirements or restrictions? I mean, is anyone allowed to do this? That's one question I've been asked.
It's hilarious, the range on here. So I'll tell a great story. When you hear stories roll off the tongue, we didn't dialogue we're going to do here. When you hear the stories roll off the tongue really quick, and they're just weird, they can't be made up, take them as sincere. So I'm getting hit on Facebook by this person, Dulce Ramirez, okay? Asking questions, didn't recognize you're an industry leader, just asking questions about DS Domination, like, okay, Dulce Ramirez, cool. So as I get to know Dulce Ramirez, it turns out that Dulce Ramirez's son is the one that's selling, and he's 15, his name's Charlie. And Dulce Ramirez is helping out Charlie, and I'm so busy, I don't know the story, I'm like, you know, Charlie's dad's on here tonight, he's going to come out and talk. Well, Dulce Ramirez is a woman, not a dad. She's a mom. So I'm totally embarrassed, okay? I mean, I can't make this stuff up. But this 15-year-old kid, he goes out and he makes a couple $1,000s on eBay, and then on the second level, you're also easily able to sell on Google. And she comes at me, she said, Roger, have you heard of this one health product, like some sort of pill or something like that? And I was like, yeah, I know about it. Well, he's selling a lot of them and making a lot of money. It's getting scary. And then he developed 2 health products, 3 health products, and he was charging $27, up to $47 and stuff like that. And he's made to date, I think, $8,000 plus. And he's only been doing it for about 40 days. 15-year-old kid. And the great thing about him, I talked to him, he just wants to use the money to pay for college. Now, the other end of the spectrum is my mom. My mom is 77. She's in Nova Scotia, Canada. And when I said to her, when I was trying to train her, I said, go to ebay.com. And I repeated it 10 times. And my mother and I, we just get flustered with each other, right? Just like moms and kids do. And she's like, there's no eBay. I'm like, ebay.com. And I go through this. Are you Googling it? What's Google? Over and over again. And it turns out she's spelling out the dot, ebay.com. So yeah, true story. So she gets on there, she gets into the training, and she's making money with it right now. And she's 77, man. She couldn't figure out Skype to save her life to see her grandkids. So if she can do it, everybody can for sure.
That's awesome. I have been able to attract a lot of different individuals in India, and one guy on our team, he's never made money online. Of course, he's 15 years old. Him to earn $2 an hour was like, hey, I'm hurting here. I need to be able to make money. And you know, I know he made money, I believe, in his first day and every single day. And that's like, we were talking about this earlier. My buddy Brian was over here, and he's like, I'm going to help my mom do this because she needs a vehicle to be able to make money. She's not able to get enough hours at work. And so is there any restrictions, just real quick? I know the answer, but for everyone watching, people in India, people in the UK, are they able to participate in this?
Well, you really touched on something great there. You don't realize you're working in American markets, making American dollars, but you're living sometimes in second, third world countries like that, where you got $100, you're rich. So we had one guy, and his name was Mike, and he was down in Costa Rica. And every time I would do a Skype call with Mike, his back of his place would be immaculate. It was so beautiful. And after a while, he's a single guy. I was like, Mike, what's the deal? Like, you never even have a sock on the floor, bro. I call you at 3 in the morning, 8 at night. You don't have a sock, nothing. It's completely clean. He said, Roger, it's $4 a week for a maid here. And I realized he's making hundreds, thousands of dollars on eBay using eBay US, and he's living in a place where you get a maid for a week for $4. So it's everywhere, and we're hearing stories like that roll in all over the place. The only place you can't do it is Nigeria, only because Nigeria doesn't accept PayPal.
Okay, very simple. My brother Paul, great story, is he's actually been online with me for about 7 years, and we've done different things, but in the past year we worked collectively together, and we almost worked the exact same effort, amount of time, and then, I earned, let's say, $50,000 where he earned $8,000, and we're like, what are we doing different here? And we started to realize that the problem really wasn't us and the hard work. It was the duplication. It was the simplicity that we weren't involved in. And Paul, if you're watching this, he's done incredibly well. He's had his biggest week on the internet in his entire life in the past 6 years. And he actually, in fact, has earned more income than half as much as he earned all last year in 1 week. So those kind of success stories are going to be created. And for those of you that are, you're watching this right now, I want you to realize that we're going to take this to the next level. We're going to implement stuff like we're doing right here with Google Hangouts, and I'm encouraging you to become an affiliate, and I will let you know why. If you become an affiliate, you're going to be able to bring other people into it, and as we utilize and implement our system in place, our sales system, you're going to have a major advantage by being an affiliate. Now, if you just need to earn a couple dollars or help your mother, your grandmother, somebody in another country, that's okay. They don't need to become an affiliate. But I know that the majority of you are right now affiliates of other companies, you're internet marketers, you're doing this and that. This is going to be the starting place. This is where I'm going to start with everything, because I want you to see this vision that you get somebody, they come into your circle, they get on your list, they find you on Facebook, you begin to communicate with them. The first thing you do is you show them DS Domination. You explain to them it's simple, duplicatable, you don't have to recruit to make any money, and they get involved. You help them get results by just simply telling them, this is how I train people. Watch the video. Just watch the video and do it. And just watch the video, and that's all it really had to take place. Once they get results, you can then have a relationship with them. And if you're already in another business, I want you to understand why you should do this, why I decided to do this. I'm a top earner with the Empower Network. I was just speaking on the stage with the Empower Network. That was my primary source of income. I know that if I can help somebody earn $10 in 1 day, they're going to be a lot easier to buy $5,000 worth of products to create a better business online. That's it. That's the vision here. And for those of you that are saying, well, hey, I'm not good like you, Steven. I don't know how to do this. You don't have to. What you need to do is the first part of it. Get them in the door, have them watch Roger's video. They watch it, get success, and then we create a back-end funnel that can help upsell them into your primary business. So you're not going to have the whole vision or the exact communication skills in place. We want to help you do that. Roger, where do you how long has the company been I know this is what's very cool to me. Somebody gosh, I'll figure his name out in a minute. You were helping him. I guess he was being mentored by you 2 years ago, and he earned $30,000 his first year part-time. You were training him. You mentored him. I don't know if you charged people in the past, but how long has the company been going? How long since you launched?
Yeah, for sure. I went from doing eBay myself personally, just making some money for my family, to, again, charging upwards of $2,500 to mentor one-on-one. And this gentleman, when I met him, he was 18 and arrogant as could be. In fact, I called him, I was talking to him, and it was 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm a late night guy, and I was washing dishes. I'm obsessed with the dishes being clean. I don't know why. So I'm washing dishes, and he's like, if you're making so much money, why are you washing your own dishes? All right, man, come on now. So that's how he was, and I got to know him and started mentoring him. And here's this kid that was 18, and within a year he's doing a six-figure income, and that's not the best part. The best part is I have two little girls. I had one at the time. Her name was Riley. Her name still is Riley. And there's a Riley Farms in California. So this 19-year-old kid takes the time to go out to Riley Farms and get this jacket and these butters from Riley Farms and mails them to my daughter. And every year he mails them presents. Now I know that's a little bit off the beaten path, but here's a really wholesome environment, an amazingly easy way to make money, and a great stepping stone for any business whatsoever. I mean, we have people that are going out. You know, there's people that can drive traffic, like you were saying, and they can do backlinking and all this HTML coding, all this crazy stuff, okay, solo ads, all this. Great, congratulations. And there's people that just can't or won't. But we have people across the board that are grabbing a postcard. I'll grab you one, you know, one second. Grabbing a postcard, now all of them put their picture on there, but it just looks like this. And they put it in a car door. And they're getting signups on autopilots. They're spending, what was it, $80 on 1,000 postcards, and we train on this. And sometimes they'll hire help and they'll come to a total of $200. They pass out the postcards. They get 15 signups, 100 people on their list. It's just that simple. And why? Because what's on the postcard? eBay. And everybody knows what eBay is. So we've been doing it. The company, I didn't get to the question. I got sidetracked. We've been doing this for about 70 days. Our Alexa ranking's about to blow through 1,000. We have nearly 10,000 reps in the business. Again, 90% retention rate, 83% in profit in their first 30 days. And all the major companies that are out there, we're at least equaling or beating their records out of the gate so far. And we've started running no traffic from the company yet.
Unbelievable. And I've had, between Paul and I, 110 people or a little bit more get started. Of that, over 40% have earned income within the first 2 weeks. And this is unanimous. The majority of these people have been in our business, been working with us for at least 8 months, and have not earned money. And they haven't maybe earned $25 or $300, but that's after putting thousands of dollars in. And I wanted to encourage them to say it's okay to switch gears, because we can still go to where you want to go as your goal, your aim, but maybe we're going to go a different direction. And, you know, I love the idea that it's eBay, and you don't have to go and have some conversation that explains something that nobody knows. Based on that, just for the people that are watching, let's say that they're going to get a Facebook chat, and it says, hey, what is DS Domination? I'm seeing it. What is it? You know, what would you recommend? How would they chat back? What did it say?
I said your audio is dragging a little bit. You're coming across like a Star Wars guy or something from an astronaut or something. I'm getting like, wow, what did you say?
I'll let you. What would be a good Facebook reply when people ask about the domination?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, no problem. A good Facebook reply for DS Domination, one is go check out this video, or it's have you ever heard of eBay? There's a lot of people out there that are making incredible income on eBay, as you know, but they don't have the supply of products, and we have access to over 100 million products, and it's nothing out of your pocket to access the products. And that's an easy reply because we don't pay anything up front as far as pre-buying products, storing them, or anything like that. So that's an easy sell. One, just mention the word eBay. Yes, I've heard of eBay. Okay, two, with unlimited supply of products, you think you could sell them on eBay because that's what we have.
Really simple. Sorry about my audio. Can you hear me okay?
No, it's still off a little bit.
Okay. So we'll do this. If you can, last question, to really be able to help people with the vision of it. You plan on doing events in the future, and do you have any other? Is there any other things that are coming, or you're going to zero in on this and you know that this is long-term success for the people? All right.
You
Okay,
got me
so
back?
yeah, I don't know what's going on. The brand new Google Plus. This whole entire Hangout page is different than I've ever seen it as well. So I don't know if my connection's a little rusty right now.
Yeah, you were getting your brag on about Google earlier on. Shame on you. Last time I did that, they launched Panda. All right, I did hear the question though. Yeah, we have a live event coming up early next year. I talked to one of the founders. We were planning a call, and I said, "Why don't you just give a little hint?" And he comes on, he's like, "What happens in blank stays in blank." And I'm like, "Man, that's not a little hint, bro. That's spilling the beans." So Vegas, very early next year. Now, we also just inked a contract with a company coming out of China, and they're on ground in the U.S. right now. There's 23 suppliers. They have 23 warehouses in the U.S. I'm not even sure if you know this yet. And they're coming out of China with 50 million items that are exclusively going to be sold by our sales force. So yeah, right now we're just piggybacking off of other companies, but we'll be using their products. Just no competition on them whatsoever. We'll be announcing these guys at the event in Vegas, and it's all gangbusters, and they gave us an incredible deal because we're exclusive. So the vision is bright.
One question in reference to someone like myself who is very busy. Does anyone hire like outsourcers to do their eBay posting? Any kind of feedback on that approach to it?
Yeah, for sure, absolutely. There's different techniques you can use. You can't just hand the reins over. You could, but they're going to have access to your eBay back office, which gives you a couple things you're against. One, there's sensitive information back there. Two, eBay's security is going to ring every time it's a different IP address, and they're going to call you and want you to verify a number and stuff like that. But you can have them titling for you. Okay, you can have them searching out the listings for you. So instead of spending 4 minutes putting up a listing, you'll spend 40 seconds. So you can really get rid of a lot of it outsourcing through Odesk or Freelance or whatever you want.
Okay, excellent. You know, what I'll do is I'll finish things up, and I'm sure we'll be able to get you back on another hangout. And thank you so much for your time and just giving us just the ability to connect with you, see who you are, and get a hold of your vision.
Well, I'd like to close with this really quick. You reached out to me a while ago, and you made some statements. And you said that you were going to be one of the biggest reps in here, if not the biggest, and just blow it up. And you didn't, beat my door down. You didn't bother me, and you didn't say, "Look at me, look at me." You just went out and did it, man. And just an incredible job. And I'm looking so forward not only getting to know you. Your brother just Facebook sent me a message, and I just connected with him, but also your whole team here. So if you're going to run with this gentleman here, imagine doing Empower Network day one, okay, with no competition out there and not all the ads out there and everything else and no Facebook restrictions and everything else that is being faced right now. So imagine doing that day one with an incredible leader like this, and I'll tell you, I'll be on these calls and run with him right to 1 million, okay? So I appreciate you having me and your whole team out here. I appreciate that. Thanks, man.
Very good, Roger. I appreciate you also. For everyone who's watching this, we put on a incentive to work with you directly if you decided to go all in to get all the products. That Paul and I will get on Skype with you for 2 hours. We'll work directly with you to customize a long-term plan for you, a plan of action.
Wow.
We're going to open that back up again. We did close it off. We had 8 of you that took advantage of it. And I don't even think that you 8 realize exactly. We're going to give more than we actually offered. So for those of you that want to do that, I'll extend it again through the rest of the night until midnight tonight. Paul and I will get on Skype with you. We'll spend 2 hours with you directly, and we'll create just a blueprint for you, not for everyone. It's going to be directed to you. So we'll extend that offer again until midnight tonight if you're watching this live. Thank you, Roger. I appreciate it. I'll see you in Vegas for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, guys, for having me. Take care.
Okay.